Welcome to Grant's Rock Warehouse, and tonight I want to welcome BM Boldt back to the channel. Tonight we are continuing our Frank Zappa series with the 1981 album, Shut Up and Play Your Guitar. We want to hear from you in the chat. Let's do it.
Grant is changing the world one track at a time on Grant's Rock Warehouse.
Hey everybody, we are live, and we are in the, well, what episode is this? We're in year number 3 in our Frank Zappa series, probably, Byron, right? Close.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're in the year 1981. We are looking at Shut Up and Play Your Guitar. Got Mr. B.M. Boldt here. Byron, how are you? Nice to see you. I understood you were worried that something happened to me, but...
Yeah. No, you're usually early, but not today.
Well, I had a lighting issue. I got a new headphone amp. I'm in the process of reevaluating the setup.
I'm not reevaluating my setup.
I am. And got a headphone amp. I've got new headphones, but I think I'm going to get a new switcher. Because a lot of this stuff, like if we want to listen to crickets now, we could have crickets play.
Sounds like your audience some nights.
Oh, it's the audience right now. We only have 13 people. Last night, though, we had a lot of people. But, yeah. Well, I'm used to cricket sound, but we could use the cricket sound. But, anyway. But I am revamping. We're going to try to take this even to another level. I'm thinking about using some kind of podcast service and do like certain shows to throw out to the podcast world, because that's the way I always kind of envision this. And I think I'm getting it close. But anyway, that's already on a tangent, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank everybody for showing up. Who's here?
We might have to renegotiate my contract if you're going to go that route.
Of course, we can talk about that since you don't even have one.
I need one.
Kyle's here. No bong hits on this show. Should I turn on the fog machine, Kyle? Shut up and eat your gummies. Yeah. Ken White, ladies and gentlemen, is in the house. Good evening, Warehouse. Hello, Grant, BM, Logan, Kyle, Digon, Keith, and everyone. Yes, Ken's diehard. He is always here. That's what I love about that. Young Logan is here today. I appreciate young Logan. Damien, nice to see you. Well, anyway, here we go. We're here talking Zappa. So this record, well, now if anybody knows the whole premise for this whole thing is that a lot of these later Zappa albums, I was a big Mother Invention fan, but a lot of the later stuff I really didn't really get into. So this one, well, this is the first I heard of it. I knew of it, but I'd never played it. I'm going to wait to give you my thoughts later, but Byron, do you want to start us off, or do you want me to? All right, go ahead. Start us off.
I'll do an introduction
All right, have at it.
So yeah, originally Frank released these as 3 separate mail order only albums through, Barking Pumpkin. I don't know if he called it Barfco Swill at that point or not. So company, whatever. But so like this came in the You Are What You Is album, which is on Barking Pumpkin. So you could order the individual albums. They each had the same basic cover. I think the color was slightly different on each, and they were 1 for $9.98, 2 for $18.98, or 3 for $27.98 with $1.50 postage and handling. So, and that sold pretty well, I guess. So Frank decided to put it on as a 3-record box set. I don't know if I ever owned that.
I thought it was originally 5, and they condensed it down to 3. Because the CD that I've got has it all over 3.
It's 3 albums.
Yeah. It's 3 albums.
3 vinyl albums.
But wasn't there? Go ahead.
You bought a 3-disc box of this recently, right? On CD.
Yes, that's what I got. This is the Ryko.
Right.
Now, wasn't there 2 CD versions? Okay.
Mine's a 2 CD set, right? This is the original on Ryko.
Okay, but the 3 CD is expanded. It is the original, what Frank put out originally, correct? And the 2 CDs edited, or no?
No. This has just got an album and a half on each disc. So it was 6.
This is a later one than yours. Why did they go with the 3
They just wanted it to
CD
be more
set?
like the original vinyl box set. So
All
it
right.
was 6 sides of vinyl.
Right, 6
And you got
sides.
3 discs because it's 3 albums, but this has got 3 sides on each disc. So yeah.
And that's the first one. The later one, which
Yes.
is this, they ended up putting it on 3D CDs. I can't talk.
I'd rather have yours.
You'd
I'd
rather
rather have yours. I'd prefer to have the original vinyl, either the box or the, but whatever. That's fine.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter anymore.
No. Only if you're
I
like
like
this
that playlist.
purist that likes noise and pops and stuff. I get it. All right.
Yeah.
So anyway, keep going.
Yeah, people say that the original vinyl though, or the first 5 sides were fast compared to the side 6 was fine, but sides 1 through 5 were kind of fast on vinyl. But apparently there's no problems on the CDs with any of that. They say you should probably avoid the 1990 Zappa Records version though, because they say that doesn't sound all that great. This is 90. This is 86. See, this
is later.
Ryko.
This is like
This is 95, I think, isn't it?
This is 95.
Yeah.
This I think sounds fine. Now, did they reissue this in the 2012 series?
I don't know.
I have never seen it, but they might have.
Probably.
They probably did.
Yeah.
Sounds
I
fine.
mean, they say all the CDs are really good except for to try to avoid the 90 version on the Zappa records. Anyway, when I listen to this, I like to just listen to like one album worth at a time because it can be a little much to try and absorb all 3 albums in one sitting, in my opinion.
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying because when I went through it, I kind of got worn out.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of guitar on there. There's a lot. Now, Frank Zappa as a guitar player is either brilliant or at times just, it's very, how would I say it? Loose to some degree. I mean, is it even in a key? I don't know. It's not like his solos are all thought out. He's just going off the cuff. Sometimes it works. Yeah, but sometimes they work. Yeah. Sometimes they don't. When we looked at Black Napkins, I think that works. Probably the best thing he ever did.
But to me, that's a real song. I'm gonna get these aren't really songs.
I know this is a lot of noodling.
Yeah. But the Black Napkins was a song. It had the introduction, then it had a solo, and we're going to talk about that.
Marlon said, "Go ahead, say it sloppy." Yeah, sloppy, little bit sloppy. Yes.
You know, he said he never practiced really. He got to a point where he never practiced. He just once he went on tour, he would not pick up a guitar for months until he went back out on the road.
Okay, Stephen. Okay, always that's fine. Fine, because it's not every track this is all him noodling. This is all I'm saying. So it goes from one track to the other. You're not getting the whole track here. You're just getting a part of the guitar solo part, which is fine. But if you break it up over a period, it's fine, but it's a lot to take in. That's what I'm trying to say. Because you're not really dealing with any songs here. You're just dealing with excerpts of, you're dealing with the guitar solos.
Yeah. So, like you say, most everything on here is just from live shows where they're playing a song and he throws the whole song out and just grabs the solo and puts that on this album. So,
Kiefer, I'd rather listen to this.
So that's what we're dealing with here. There's a few studio tracks on here, but 4 of the songs on this 3-disc set are basically Inca Road solos. Mm-hmm. The 3 title tracks are all Inca Road solos. Like I was saying, they're just solos that were pulled off of albums, and he's basically improvising everything.
Oh, though everything's
I
improvised.
mean,
yeah.
there's a little bit of pre-designed melody here and there, but it's mostly him just, improvising to an accompaniment. And the accompaniments are typically very simple, other than the drumming, and very constant, because he liked to be able to just go off and do whatever the hell he wanted. And all you're really getting from like the bass a lot of the time is a pedal note or some very simple bass line. And the chords are typically one or two chords from the rhythm guitars, with, maybe a major or a minor. He's not throwing in they're not throwing in sevenths and ninths to these chords, because he wants to just go off and do whatever the hell he wants without being constrained by whatever the rhythm guitar is playing. And a lot of them are just vamps as well.
I get it. I appreciate this to some degree, but as a guy who improvises, there are a lot of other guitar players out there that could improvise a lot better. Now, if you let Steve Vai just go off, it would be absolutely out of this world. Michael Schenker, improvise. Zappa's really gets loose, and I don't think I'm not even sure he's in a key.
Those guys really don't improvise much, though. They can, I'm sure.
They can.
They typically don't. They have a pre-designed solo that they play, and maybe they vary it a little bit. But Frank just liked to have a lot of room to explore, so he kept the rhythm behind.
I get it, but it's a lot to take.
But I'm going to tell you, there's times where Vinny Colaiuta is on drums on this for the most part. He's just going off in the background. I mean, the bass.
I know it's busy.
And the rhythm guitars are keeping it simple. And Frank's going off and Vinny's going off. So if you're into drums, you might dig this. But
I look at this record. This is a mail order record eventually. He compiled it, put it out, and then he thought to re-release it. I don't know. Does it fill that notch like in your contract as a record? I just don't think that this.
His own label, so.
Okay, but someone's distributing it. Who distributed it?
Originally, he did. Through his mail order.
Okay, but what I'm saying. Is this like a necessary record when a lot of this stuff's already out, or a similar version of it or is already out?
Let's say that again. I was reading a comment.
Damn it.
Goddamn Logan in his comments.
Logan says, we're in the key of F sharp with a C sharp major minor seventh.
No seventh though. No seventh.
It's spontaneous. Well, okay, 100% it is spontaneous. The improvisation, but I'm just saying some of it works, some of it doesn't, and it's kind of tedious after a while. That's what I'm trying to say. I can take it in small snippets, or if we had the entire track and then you listen to the solo, but to have the whole thing of just solos, either that's kind of pompous and I don't know. It just seems.
Luckily, the albums aren't super long.
Atonal. It's atonal. Yeah, well,
a lot of Zappa stuff was atonal. This isn't.
There's no key.
So, but,
I could play this.
But no, he liked to stay in one key. So I mean,
it's dissonant.
Like I said, the bass note. Sometimes the bass is just playing one note, just riding that one note. But other times there's like maybe a few bass notes, but there's one or two guitar chords for the most part. And, he liked to play in Dorian, Lydian, and Mixolydian for the most part. And I don't have the ear to say, oh, well, that's Dorian.
Okay, there. Al says the guitar solos work within the context of the song. That still doesn't mean it's an easy thing to swallow all at once. This is for a completist, in my opinion. Because only a completist would care for all the solos.
Well, or you just are really a hardcore guitar fanatic.
Well, if it was Steve Vai doing an all guitar album with all Steve Vai solos, I might be interested in that.
Yeah, well, some guys like me get tired of just the shredding. I can't believe I just said that.
This is a lot of shredding now.
I know. I'm just saying. I can't believe I just said I get tired of some shredding, but this is not shredding. So this is a nice change of pace for some other type of guitar.
All right, then there's a lot of noodling. This has no commercial potential at all. None. Anyway. It's only for a completist, I think. It's an interesting artifact that he would compile all of his guitar solos into one package. I personally would rather have the whole song. Shut Up, Play Your Guitar could be like a comp of all your best guitar work, but put the whole track in there instead of just snippets. I guess that's my complaint.
Didn't want to put Inca Roads on here 4 times. That's part.
Well, whatever. Put a different version of it on. I mean, he did a lot of that where we would recycle stuff. You know, look at this. A lot of the tracks here are from all over the place.
Well, yeah.
The track 555, which you're going to play, was the source was Conehead, came out that was at Hammersmith, February 1979. Then you got Hog Heaven, which is from Easy Meat from 1980. You've got a lot of this stuff is like 79, 80.
Yeah.
77. All right. Black Napkins. I mentioned that. That was on Hammersmith, February 17th, 1975. They called this Pink Napkins.
Okay.
But I agree that that's probably the greatest thing on here. I think that's one of his most phenomenal works. Now you've got that. Okay. Another cool thing about this. Now you're going to have to correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know if this ever was out anywhere else. The duet with Jean-Luc Ponty, Canard de Jour, however you pronounce it.
That was never released until this. That's
okay. That's kind of cool. That's pretty avant-garde.
Yes, it's very different.
And that's from July. And that's from July of 72. I mean, that was kind of cool. I mean, there's some cool stuff on here.
Yeah.
But
that's
it all cool.
That's unlike most of what's on here.
Right.
We'll get to that.
So there you go. Harry, when you listen to those whole shows, they are amazing. Well, we talked about the Philadelphia show, the New York CD. Those were phenomenal. Marlon's going to agree with everything. Disagree.
Why don't we check out
Wait a minute. Steven, this is interesting. Hold on. I'll take Zappa's improvisation over Steve Vai's improvisation any day. I don't know about that. I think Steve Vai's brilliant.
Steve doesn't really improvise for the most part, though. For the most part.
I don't know.
I mean, it's like,
look at all these jazz players.
Album, but it's not jazz.
Well, this is close, but there's a lot of all those jazz guitar players as far as improvisation are just absolutely on another level. Right. Take your pick. Name your guy. You know, Steve freaking Alan Holdsworth.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I don't know.
This might be better than some of Holdsworth's solo albums. Those aren't the
well,
greatest.
Maybe, but I'm just talking Holdsworth as an improvisationalist. Who he could just, let it rip. I don't know. Whatever. I just think there's, for 3 CDs, there's a lot of noodling. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
But for
Shut Up and Play Your Guitar. So he's going to play his guitar.
I know, but there's no songs. It is really just playing guitar. Well, let's play a track, Byron. Let's play 555 and get everybody's opinion. It's only like 3 minutes, 50 seconds, but let's play it. Is this cool? Is it not cool? I don't know. Do you have anything? You picked this track. Do you have anything you want to say about it?
I mostly picked because it was short. I wanted to keep these short, and I swear to God, I don't know how this came from Conehead, but it doesn't sound like it came from.
That's what it said, 1979.
Yeah, it's in 5/4/5/4/5/8.
All right, let's do it. Here we go. 5, 5, and 5. The
sounds are fucked up.
Where's the one?
The round is all fucked up.
What do you mean muted? What do you mean muted?
Everything's muted on my end.
What do you mean muted?
Low.
You sounded well. Let me look at the damn setting then. Damn it! Oh, echo on. Freaking bullshit. God damn it! All right, don't mind that at all. Very Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
sax on guitar. I think that's okay, but I'd rather hear the whole song. And I get it. It's just
I found this show challenging to prepare for because it's like, how do you describe that? How do you do that for 3 albums worth of stuff?
it's a lot of that.
It's a lot of this, a lot of
Some
that.
of it's better than others.
That one's probably a little heavier than a lot of the stuff on here, but yeah, it's just, how do you describe it?
Okay. Backstage has a good point. How many times would you listen to this in a month? This is, I think, one of those records. If you're a completist, you have it. You listen to it once, you throw it into the. That's why there's so many of them for sale up on Discogs. I don't think that it's like one of those records. I think it's mandatory, but don't shoot me. Just my opinion. Marlon says it sounds like early Mahavishnu. Yeah. But guitar not nearly as great. Well, Zappa is no John McLaughlin. Let's get that out on the table. But yeah, it is kind of Mahavishnu. I will agree with that. I mean, it's fine. I don't have any problems with it.
And the next song will be nothing like Mahavishnu. That's what's the thing about it. Like, the next song will be completely.
Well, do we want to just go ahead and do it? Let's just play it. What do we have next?
The next song on the list, but I'm saying like next song on the album is from Easy Meat, and it's kind of a slower bluesy type track with just some long sustained notes mostly. It's nothing like that last song we just heard. And then, like I say, the title tracks are Inca Roads, and when you hear those, you say to yourself, "Oh yeah, that's what Inca Roads sounds like on Overnight Sensation." No, it's One Size Fits All. You think, yeah, you hear that and you think, okay, yeah, that's from that. But for years I didn't know what these were from really until I didn't until I got. And then once I researched it more, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I do hear that now. But there's a couple things on here like that says it's from Conehead. Fuck, that doesn't sound anything like Conehead. Nothing at all. So
now this is for a completist. That's what this is. Backstage says I listened to it once and sold it. Kevin sounded Egyptian a bit. Yeah. Are you going to play Ship Ahoy? I don't. That's
not on the list, but
we didn't pick it.
I'd talk a little bit about that.
I'd have to prepare it. How long is Ships Ahoy?
It's about 5.5 minutes, I think. But
maybe I could get it together.
I mean, so like
you talk, Byron. I'll see. If we want to hear Ships Ahoy, I can probably get that together.
Like the second side starts with this Treacherous Cretans, which came from City of Tiny Lights. Once again, that's just a two-chord arpeggio that the backing band's playing. It's kind of over a reggae beat, and Frank's solo really kind of builds on that, which is pretty good. And I really liked Heavy Duty Judy on this album as well. It's a real funky shuffle vamp that they keep repeating over and over. And Frank really attacks it with his solo. He likes to kind of get his wah-wah going, but I don't think he's not moving it much. I think he just kind of sets it to a certain frequency that he likes, where he's got a real strong, gritty attack to his tone. You'll hear that in some of these tracks. But like the last track on side 2 is Soup and Old Clothes, which is from the Illinois Enema Bandit. And you can feel that came, because that's a blues tune. You can definitely feel the blues in that track. But like I said, the bass in that is just playing this real simple, funky line throughout the whole thing. And he's just, he's just improvising blues over it. It's really good.
Right.
So, I mean, that kind of sums up.
I don't have the graphic for Ships Ahoy, but if you want me to play it, I can play it. I got it set up. So it's up to you. If you want me to play it, should we just play it?
Anyway, so that's that. I basically kind of glossed over the first disc because there's not a whole lot I can really say about some of these tracks. So we can move on to the second album. And this Ship Ahoy is on the second album, along with the other one that I gave you.
Well, we can play both. What the hell? We're
let's
fine.
we could do one or the other. We'll do them both, but we can take a break after the first one.
So variations on the secret Carlos Santana chord progression.
Yeah, which is another City of Tiny Lights solo. And when you hear this, you're going to think, yeah, I do remember City of Tiny Lights kind of being like that in the solo. It's just a G. There's a seventh in here. There's a G minor seventh C vamp. It's just 2 chords, and it does have a Santana feel. So go ahead and play that.
All right, let's play it. Let us know what you think in the comments. We're just here talking music, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let me just throw this out there. What if you stripped away the band and you just had Frank sitting there noodling like that, sitting on a crate amp in 1986 in a guitar store in Marion, Ohio? And if I heard him in there like that, I would say, how long have you been playing? It sounds like you haven't been playing very long. And he sounds a lot like these kids that would come in and just noodle. Oh, he's a lot better, but without the band, I think he would be lacking something. That might be harsh, but I heard a lot of kids back in the 80s when I worked in the guitar store that could noodle the hell out of it like that. And that's what it sounded like. It sounded like there's no key. There's just people just making, anybody could do that. If you have any kind of guitar skill. Maybe I'm being harsh.
There's a key there.
Harsh. But I don't know. Is there? I don't hear one. I think
he knows what he's doing, though.
So it's organized chaos.
Yeah, I mean, he I mean,
I'm just saying, I heard kids back in the,
and he knows exactly what he can do and can't do over those chords.
All right. Maybe I'm just tarnished from working in a guitar store for 10 years and hearing tons of people come in and doing that kind of stuff. And I just zone it out because it's just noodling, organized chaos. Maybe that's what it is. I've heard a lot of this kind of stuff over my life, and it just seems kind of, it's not going anywhere. It doesn't tell a story. Ace Frehley, I'm just going to say, you listen to an Ace Frehley guitar solo, very well thought out. You've got a beginning, you've got an end. Frank doesn't have a beginning or an end. It's just haphazard. So whether you like that or not, that's fine. I guess I like my stuff a little bit more organized, like Elliot Easton, who absolutely brilliant. Maybe that's what I like better. I don't know. Some people might like this better.
I don't know that Ace Frehley could really improvise. Just going out there.
I don't know, but I'm not saying that,
did he?
I don't know, but I'm just saying that Ace Frehley, using him as an example, had a start and an end. And a lot of his solos, they're almost a song within a song. David Gilmour, Al, excellent, has a beginning, has an end, and it sounds like it just doesn't sound haphazard. It just sounds, yes, I prefer structure as opposed to no structure, because I always hear that, and it reminds me of these damn people at Eagle Guitar back in the day just noodling and not making any sense. That's all. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Lil Wayne was an innovator. Let's play that other track. I'm going to play, what was it?
Let me introduce
it. Go.
Ship Ahoy, are you doing Ship Ahoy?
Yeah, we'll play it. What the hell?
Right now? Okay.
Why not?
Because let me talk about it for a second.
Go ahead.
So this was recorded Japan's early 76. So this is the Zoot Allures period. So it's that band. Actually, I wonder if it's the band before Zoot Allures came out with Andre Lewis and Roy Estrada. But so from that period, now we did a show on Lather a while back. Mm-hmm. Some of this actually is on Lather. So you've probably heard this if you've heard Lather. But it's just mostly guitar improvising over a simple D bass pedal. And the Frank's using this weird sound effect. It almost sounds like you're underwater. So if you know Lather, you'll recognize this. So go ahead.
All right, we're gonna play it. Comment on it. This is the first time I've ever done a request because I have the technology. Well, I had it's a long story. We'll play it. Here we go. Kind of. Backstage says there are people on YouTube who do this type of playing. Yeah, I bet there's a lot of people.
What I do like about that is it's
Right.
different than everything else on here. Again, it's if it was 3 albums of the exact same kind of thing, I'd be like, oh God. At least that was something completely different than a lot of the other stuff.
Memphis Lonnie said it might be noodling, but Frank is the best noodler in the business. He's good at noodling. I'll give you that. Kyle says this is only cool if you're a guitar nerd. Well, does everybody here in the chat agree with that? I mean, is that what the audience was for this? Probably.
I'm a guitar nerd, so I can't comment if it's for non-nerds.
Well, I'm a guitar nerd, but this is just a little too much. Again, I like more structure.
All right, I want to talk a little bit more about the second album. Then,
all right, go ahead.
Which is these 2 tracks we're on. The second side has a song called Deathless Horsey. I really like that song. That is really a song, in my opinion. It has a start with a melody, it has a solo, and then it has an ending. It's got this real nice, simple, repeated arpeggio from the keyboards of the marimbas, which just kind of flows throughout. And Frank does play a melody in it. That's very good. The next track on there, second side, is the title track, which is basically another Inca Road solo. But then it ends with Pink Napkins, which is basically Black Napkins without the intro. It's just the solo.
Yeah, it's like 441.
And it's still really good. It's one of Frank's best guitar solos. So songs, I should say. And it's just another live solo of the track from 77 at the Hammersmith.
But when I listen to Black Napkins and the way he approaches it, even look at it on the Mike Douglas show when he's playing it on the Mike Douglas show, he is playing with, there's a lot more, shall I say, soul to his playing. It's a little bit more thought out, and there's an actual, melody to it. It's something that's very memorable, you see, because he's not just spazzing out.
It's not just a solo.
Right. So I don't know.
But that basically is the end of the second disc. And you had mentioned on the third disc.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to get ahead of myself here.
Well, go ahead. Whatever. Go ahead. Do what you're doing.
We should let's go ahead and play the next track, which is on the third album, and it's called Pinocchio's Furniture. It's a solo from the song Chunga's Revenge, which was the title track of the album, Chunga's Revenge, which I think was an instrumental anyway. Yeah, but this is just a solo off of it. It's from 1980 at Berkeley. I really like this one. So go ahead and we'll play.
Let's do it. Here we go. Pinocchio. Well, there you go.
I forgot to mention that in between a lot of the songs, there's those little segues, kind of like on Chic Your Booty, where they would do this. They would talk about random things. But yeah, I like that track. Pretty good. Memphis Line, yes, be bold if you can find a copy of the book, Shut Up, Play Your Guitar, transcribed by Steve I. Yeah, I didn't know if that was called that or it's called the Frank Zappa Guitar Book, one or the other. Most of the tracks.
Is that readily available? Is it in print or is it out of print? I've never seen it. Memphis, is that still, can you still get that? Do you know? I'd like to show it to Logan, see if he could whip some of those solos off.
Yeah, quite a bit of what's on here, I believe, made the book. So not everything, but I can't imagine how much time that took for him, Vai, to go through all that.
I don't know how he could do it. It just tells you the brilliance of Steve Vai,
But so yeah, this last disc, it's a lot like the first two discs. That was one of the tracks on here. Now, side 2 of the third disc it's quite different than everything else. It's got a song called Stucco Homes, which is 9 minutes. It's a studio track from '79 with just Frank, Warren Cucurullo, and Vinnie Colaiuta. It's a real slow acoustic track.
There you go.
Warren playing these real lush chords, and Vinny just back there doing whatever the fuck he feels like doing, like he does a lot of this, and Frank's soloing over that. But it's pretty much an acoustic track. And then Grant had mentioned Canard de Jour, which is almost 10 minutes. That was, like he said, a studio duet from '72 with Frank on bouzouki.
It's very avant-garde. It almost reminds me of Brian Eno. I just want to say Brian Eno when I hear it. It just kind of reminds me of that. It's very avant-garde, but it's kind of cool to hear it.
Yeah, and Jean-Luc Ponty's playing a baritone violin, which is very deep sounding. It's very exotic, avant-garde, Middle Eastern, like you said. Nothing like what's on anything else on here. So that last side, it's a very big change of pace from what we've heard on the other 5 sides.
Yeah, I actually dig the last side because it is a change of pace. But still, this record, I have to take it in pieces.
So here's the big question. Are we ranking these separately? Are we ranking them as a set?
What do you mean as a set? It was a set.
Well, it's 3 albums.
Yeah, but it's one album.
No, it's 3 albums. It's 3 albums, man.
No, I look at it as a set.
Shut up and play your guitar. Shut up and play your guitar some more. And the Return of the Sun.
This just says shut up and play your guitar.
Return of the Sun of Shut Up and Play Your Guitar. But it is 3 albums.
No, I think you just do it.
Okay, I don't want to make you have to work and give me 3 rankings. So
I don't think I could rank them. You probably wouldn't like my ranking.
Or rated, I should say. I have 3 ratings here, but I'm going to give you the average rating.
Why don't you? Well, that's what I would give. All right. Anybody here that would give me? Okay, let's do an average rating of the whole thing. Like this is 3 CDs. I'm looking at it as one piece. If you can give me a rating and you know this record, give me a rating now. We'll compile it. Byron, go ahead and give me what's your thoughts? What's your final rating on this?
Well, I'll tell you this. My least favorite of the 3 is actually the third one. My favorite one is the second album.
Okay.
That's got the pink napkins on it. It's got the Carlos Santana track. It's got the Deathless Horsey, which I really like a lot.
See, I don't think anybody knows this record. Anyway, keep going.
Anyway, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to throw an 8 out there overall.
I'm not going to give it an 8. If it was, I get it. Okay. I think it's stronger as a mail order for a completist, but as a regular release, I don't think it's necessary because all this stuff really has already come out. And it's just I don't want to say a money grab, but I just don't think it's a serious release. I would never return to it. I'd much rather listen to the entire track. What would I give it? I guess there's some decent stuff on it. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it. I guess I'd give it a 6.5, I guess. Because the backing band's great. The musicians on it are phenomenal. But is it necessary? I don't know. I think I'd give it a 6. I'm going with a 6.
Wow.
It's
too much noodling.
It's too much noodling for me. I can't make it through a side. I have to stop after the third song. Ken White, 7.5. Okay.
Lonnie's hardcore. He gives it an 8.5. Lonnie loves his Zappa.
That's fine. We all hear this stuff differently. And if you like the noodling, that's fine. I'm just, it's too much.
Damien, 7.5.
All right. 7.5. I mean, all we're trying to do is be honest. And, if the majority of the people here like it, that's all that matters. we're just here talking music. So
Hey, wait till we get to the late '80s and we have to review Guitar. It's the same thing again.
I know, but maybe it's better. I don't know. I've never heard it. The playing is great, but it just goes on and on and on.
Yeah,
and
that's
on.
like I said.
gotta
Well,
do it.
I treat it as 3 albums in my brain, and I just listen to like one album at a time. And then I'm like, okay, I can't listen to the next one for a while.
Brian C's coming in with an 8. All right, Brian, got it. Thank you very much.
I don't think we're going to do Francesco, Logan. I think we're going to skip all the classical stuff. There's just too much.
Hey, it's up to you. Damien bought this the same time as Guitar. Which one do you like better? Damien, did you give me your you gave me your rating 7.5. Do you like Guitar better than this set, or? I was curious.
If you're asking me, I'm not gonna answer that because I haven't listened to that one in a while. So
West Coast Dave's blown away by Rory's first album, which has nothing to do with this show at all.
This will be our next episode. I like
got
this,
that,
but I'm not gonna say much about it.
I like that record too.
I have some problems with this record though, but I will save it for the show. There are some things really wrong with this album, I think.
Fair enough. Damien says he likes this release better.
Dang it.
Yeah, who was it that? Oh, was it? Who wanted to do the Rory Gallagher show? Was it Ernesto? I hope Ernesto's on that show. He was the one that was getting all worked up about it, I think.
He likes Rory. I know that.
I know. He was the one that wanted to do it on my channel, but I couldn't. I don't know it enough. I'm really not interested, to be quite honest. I hope you have Ernesto on there. He'll bust a nut for not being on there. I probably go back and have the import box. Nice. Very nice, Brian. Good for you.
I wish I had the vinyl box. That'd be kind of nice to have.
Well, yeah, I just don't, it's okay. I just haven't ever ventured down that road. Rory Gallagher wasn't one of those guitar players in high school anybody ever mentioned. No one mentioned him. I never got a point. I never, in my travels, I never really saw any Rory Gallagher CDs for sale. No one ever talked about him. It was just not anything that ever popped on my radar. I'm sure he's fine. I've never really heard any, but it's just the way it is.
Yeah. I saw him open for Rush on the Signals tour. So that was 82.
Yeah. Cause didn't Alex Lifeson basically hired him for that.
But I was like, yeah, I've never heard of that guy. I think I did a little research and I heard that he was a blues guy and I saw him. I don't remember much because I didn't know anything about him. But
right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really remember much about it.
Yeah.
So
no, Rory was not big here at all. No, I don't know if he ever really sold any records. I mean, yeah, he had albums released here, but nothing did anything. I don't remember anybody giving him any push. Just one of those things. It was off my radar. So, all right, we can wrap this dog up.
What's the average?
Oh, shit, I forgot. Well, let's look. Our average tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have a 7.6. 7.6.
I think the problem, here's the deal. Either you have this and you know it, you probably like it in most cases. But if you're not into this kind of thing, you've probably never heard it and you probably wouldn't even be interested in it. So I think there's not a lot of bad low scores because people who would give it a low score have never heard it.
Yeah. Yeah. So it is what it is. If you're completist, go for it. I don't. I've got it, but I don't see any reason to return to it. Yes, ratings. Oh, David gave it a 9. Well, shit. I guess. All right.
That'll bump it up a little bit.
That'll bump it up a bit. Ooh, we're at 7.8. Damn, that bumped us up. It's looking better. But out of all the Zappa stuff that we looked at, it's fine.
Wow, somebody
but
just mentioned Thingfish. Holy shit.
I haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, that one's coming up in a few months, maybe. It's down the road a little ways yet, but
yeah. So is Kingfish hideous?
Thingfish. I'm not gonna say much about that tonight.
All right. You guys didn't convince me. I would never listen to it again. Maybe I'll play disc 2 for Byron. Just play something else that's got the entire song.
Said, this is something that you listen to one album every 6 months or so of the 3. Maybe you get through the whole thing once a year.
Well, let me ask you this. I know
I got so many records. I never get around to listening to stuff hardly that I've had for a while.
This is just a question for the panel who have heard.
We got another 9 here. MNPV.
I have the original 3 record 9. All right. Well, I guess if we keep holding out, people will keep voting. Well, it's getting better, kids. We're now at a 7.9. I give it a 1 out of 5. I listened to
his don't count. He didn't listen to it.
West Coast Dave doesn't know. What Pete Pardo gives it a 10. Does he?
I don't believe that.
I'll text him right now.
Did Steven Seigel give you a score before? Because he's given it a 9.
I'll find out. Steven, did you give me your score before? I don't see it. I don't think he did. All right, we'll throw it in there, Steven. God, you guys are going to get it up there to be a 10 out of 10.
It's going to be in the 8s now.
It's an 8.
That's what I gave it.
All right, I guess you're right on.
Well, he gave you an 8.75.
Okay, we need to wrap this. We're at an hour. We need to wrap this up, but I want to add one thing. Thingfish. Is it because is it polarizing because it's way different for Zappa? Or what is it about it? I have not heard it. What is it about it that is so polarizing?
It's freaking, you know what you don't like about the Mothers with Flo and Eddie, where it's so crude at times.
Mm-hmm.
This is really crude. And the other problem, I'm giving it all away.
Well, whatever. We're just talking real quick since it was brought up. Anyway, go ahead.
It's very crude. And he reused a lot of material from older albums. So there's not many new songs on it, and it's very crude. But it's a 3-record set, so.
Is there any spoken word?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a Broadway production. It's in some ways it's kind of like Joe's Garage, because Joe's Garage is kind of a play, but you don't get a ton of dialogue. You get a lot of the central scrutinizer. You get a little dialogue.
Oh.
There's a lot of dialogue in Thingfish. And then there's a narrator too. There's a lot of dialogue.
Unnecessarily vulgar and super long. Yeah, it's a play.
But if you've never heard it, and you're a Zapp fan, you got to hear it, man. So,
well, I'm looking forward to hearing it. I'm not sure my reaction to it yet, but what year did that come out? I don't know. What year was that?
83 or 84.
Well, we're getting there. Yeah. I never thought we'd get this far, but we're here. All right, everybody. Thanks for keeping this interactive. We're just sitting here rapping, talking Zappa. Let us know down below if you like this record. Your rating out of 10. I'm looking at the whole thing, the trilogy. Let us know down below. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Please leave a like down below. We will be back next month. What are we doing? Remind me. God, the brain. You are what you is. So we'll be back next month. I am what I am. All right, everybody. We'll see you. We'll see you on the next one, everybody. Have a good night.